Hi, my name is Diana Albalawi. I'm a professional makeup artist and hairstylist from Russia and also do a little bit of photography. In today's video, I want to talk about Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I know that this foundation is quite often included in the lists of my favorite foundation of all time that I recommend to everyone, or the foundation that I use on all of my clients, on all of my brides, all of my prom night girls graduations and everything, and they just love how it looks. You can build it up or you can make it very sheer, but I don't like it that much. I've been testing it for 4 years and I haven't tried it on myself for maybe 2 years, and every time I used it on myself, on my skin, I never liked how it looked. And I'm going to talk about this today. My problem with this foundation is that it manages to find little flakes, little peelings on my face that I didn't know I had. I didn't know that they have existed. But in its defense, I'm going to say that there is one type of skin on which I really love this foundation and use it each and every time. The skin type I like this foundation on is more like oily skin type. Maybe not extremely oily, but quite oily with bigger pores, and this foundation works marvelously on this skin type. It just has this nice, beautiful sheer coverage and it looks amazing. But on myself, it never worked. Some people asked me, maybe I should have tried the whole line of the Giorgio Armani preparation of the skin to the foundation and to the makeup and everything, and I have tried. So my friends were working in a Giorgio Armani store and I came to them as a model, and they tried to do my foundation. They prepared my skin, did every single step that they were taught to do, and my foundation still looked flaky. But today I'm going to give this foundation one last chance on my skin, and we are going to see, maybe my skin changed and now I will love this foundation, or maybe my skin and this foundation are still not going to be friends. But first I'm going to show you 3 colors that I have, so maybe this will be any helpful for you. So the colors that I have are 4, 4.5, and 5. You need to shake it. So the color number 4 is one of the most versatile colors. It has a little bit of this goldish undertone. The color 4.5 is a little bit more peachy. And the color number 5 is quite light and a little bit pinkish. For my today's makeup look, I'm going to mix the number 4 and number 5. I still have this awful pimple with me. I'm waiting till it goes away. I'm treating it, but I don't squeeze my pimples. I wait till they heal by themselves with treatment. So I always wait. I don't touch my pimples. In some areas it can be even dangerous to your life, so don't squeeze them. I'm going to moisturize my face one more time, just in case. This is Waso Shiseido Giga Hydrating Rich Cream. So I'm going to add the thin layer of that on my skin. And I will start with a brush. Well, now it looks nice. Well, it still does the same, but a tiny little bit. Maybe the quality of my skin became better, I don't know, but it still does it a little bit. So it does it like here, above my brow. This will be very hard to show to you, but I think I will have to make some macro photos to show you what I mean, because it decided to do it like above my brow a tiny little bit, but it's always a random place. I never know where it will like make these flakes the next time. Although today it looks quite beautiful on the skin. I'm quite confused. I'll do some macros and I hope this will be visible. Can you see like a flake here on the nose? A little bit. I feel like it slides off some of the parts of my skin and just gathers in some flakes, some peelings. I don't know where does this foundation finds them? Where does it find them? But it manages in some random places. So I did the macro photos and you can really see what I was talking about. So this foundation slides from one part of my skin and stucks in some other parts of my skin and some like flakes. I don't know where it manages to find those flakes. I don't have them with other foundations. I can show you macro photos with, for example, Chanel foundation that I used in this video here. So this is my skin with Chanel foundation. I also have like concealer maybe on top and powder and everything, but still, like it still looks very nice. You can see that it doesn't do this thing. You can also see it like in this photo. This is my favorite BB cream by Dr. Jart, the silver label one. I love it so much, and it also doesn't do that thing with my skin. But this foundation does. But my skin got into a much better condition, so it's not that visible to like a bare eye. I see that very closely, but this foundation wouldn't work, for example, for a beauty photo shoot where you get all those like macros, because you'd get these flakes in your shot, and you will have to Photoshop them. So it's extra work. 3-4 years ago, my skin was also quite nice, but what this foundation did to my skin was so visible. I saw how Armani makeup artists got very upset. They just did everything and it worked like not good. It worked bad. Although I had nice skin, like nice youthful 24-year-old skin. So, and maybe you will tell me, this is like not very visible, it's not much of a problem, but this is a luxurious foundation. This should be like the best. I will write down the price, like I'll write here what is the price of this foundation is. I don't remember, unfortunately, but it should not do this. I know that it's not that visible right now, but €4 or like 4 years ago, it was very visible on my skin. Some parts of my face, like this part, looks very nice. Yes. Then we go like somewhere here and it looks very bad, and here it looks very bad. So it's very inconsistent. And that's what makes me so unhappy, because it's very inconsistent. So this is my review. Sorry if it was like a little bit too much. I spent 4 years like testing this, 4 years testing this foundation, and it's still inconsistent. I did like all the treatments my dermatologist advised me to do with my skin, and this foundation still doesn't work. So, thank you very much for watching. If you want to buy Armani Luminous Silk, please go ask for a tester. Just try it on your skin, see if it does this thing. If you see that it goes like with these small patches and gives you flakes, then it's not for you. It's not gonna work no matter what you do. But if it works, it's a marvelous foundation. It looks very nice on some skin types. Like a very small amount of skin types. It was a little bit emotional, yes. I think I need a cup of tea after that. Definitely need a cup of tea. Have a nice day, and just remember, there are products that will work for one person and won't work for another, and that is okay. Bye-bye. Well, update. If you like do this thing with your fingers, then it like slides off in these peelies, peely things, and it just like dries out my skin, although I have hydrated it like before filming, and if I hadn't, and still it slides off. So if I hadn't hydrated my skin, then the flakes would have been much more visible than they were, and it would still slide off. I just don't like it so much. I'm gonna wash it off.